Hey, what's up guys? Tom Spark here, back with another video. And today I'm making a video specifically about the VPN affiliate industry. Now, affiliate has become a very bad word, especially on Reddit and some other forums, due to the nature of how the affiliation industry has turned out. In this video, I'm going to clarify a lot of those misconceptions, shed light on the VPN affiliate industry, and overall just let you guys know how it works. So just to be clear, unless you're like a branding expert, work in marketing, have made money online, or are an affiliate yourself, you probably don't really understand what it means to be an affiliate in the VPN industry. Not only that, but just how it works. I would caution you to stay till the end of this video to really find out every way that affiliates are running rampant, but also how the nature of an affiliation itself isn't inherently bad, but it really can become bad. All right, guys, so first off, we do need to discuss what an affiliate really is. An affiliate is basically any regular internet user who receives money from directing users through links. Pretty much anyone can become an affiliate. They aren't special by any means. Simply go make a blog, go make a company, and you could find a VPN company that has a VPN affiliate program. You can therefore sign up and they will give you a link. You can use this hyperlink, and when people click on it and buy the product that you're linking to, you will receive money. Most of the time, you don't even have to talk to the company to become an affiliate. The VPN industry is quite old by now, and pretty much every single VPN out there has an easy way to sign up for them. This is why so many websites like IGN and other websites that aren't necessarily related to the VPN industry have migrated to VPN, simply because it's such a big affiliate industry. And that's because every one of these VPN companies online is competing with each other. It's become very competitive, and due to the nature of online businesses, it really does require an affiliation industry to spread word of mouth. So lots of these VPN websites have automated platforms. It's extremely easy to sign up. A lot of times you could just provide basic information. So being an affiliate doesn't necessarily mean that you are close or part of the company that you are an affiliate for. Even sometimes you don't even have contact with them or have any influence at all from them at all. I've signed up with VPN companies like AirVPN. I have never ever received an email or any contact from them at all. As far as I could tell, they don't even really know I exist. They probably do know I exist because they see some traffic coming in from my links, but besides that, I've never even talked to the company. So a lot of people think that an affiliate is a bad word or a special partnership between two people or a person and a company. But at the core of the arrangement, it isn't anything that special. Literally anyone can be an affiliate. If you're watching this video, and if you really wanted to, you could be an affiliate in the same way that I am. But let me make that clear. Simply being an affiliate for a website or a company, it doesn't mean that the affiliate is bought out or working with that company in any capacity. It's simply up to the affiliate, usually who is a VPN reviewer of some sort, to decide which brands and companies they want to push people to buy. So in that way, it's a healthy relationship and a great way for reviewers to make money simply by just doing what they do. It doesn't require sponsorships or anything like that to make money. And especially since ad revenue is not really as much of a thing anymore for websites, affiliates are making money in a healthy way to continue making content online. So due to the way the affiliation relationship works, theoretically, there shouldn't really be any compromised integrity or biased content, right? However, while the affiliate relationship itself is not bad at all, and it's 100% possible to be an affiliate without compromising any integrity or to have any bias, it is often never the case. Now, why is that? Well, that's because people are inherently greedy. How do affiliates become corrupt? There are several reasons why VPN affiliates become what I would call corrupt. One reason is because not all affiliate programs are created equal. This is a huge reason. Some VPNs offer affiliate programs that are simply better than other affiliate programs. Some VPNs offer higher commissions percentages at a base rate. If you are an affiliate and you're someone online trying to make money, why would you try to get people to click on affiliate links and go to specific companies that would pay you less? This is why most affiliates don't do that. ExpressVPN and NordVPN are two such examples of companies. However, most other companies that are significantly large and have large press in the market, look at IPVanish is another company as well. Pretty much all of the big name affiliates out there. But all these VPNs, for the most part, are pretty expensive because these VPNs realize they need to be advertised by affiliates, and affiliates will need a significant cut, and there still needs to be margin left over for the company itself. This is why we see companies pushing 3-year models. That way they can get a bulk sum of money, and it's harder to get refunds for the customers so they can still retain their earnings. One thing, guys, is that every NordVPN and ExpressVPN affiliate makes 100% of the sale from the 1-month plan. Take a moment to let that sink in. So if you buy an ExpressVPN subscription from an ExpressVPN affiliate partner, that means that you're essentially giving them 100% of your money. You're giving them $13. None of that money is going to ExpressVPN. So if a VPN was $100, an affiliate would therefore make $40 from that. So you can see why affiliates would see these good numbers and just keep ExpressVPN or NordVPN or any other affiliate program with a similar model like IPVanish. And they just keep mentioning them over and over, and they just keep the money rolling in. And then, of course, you have something like AirVPN, one of the most honest and transparent companies around in the VPN space, who has been around for quite some time. At most, it is just one singular rate of 20% commission. There's no way to make 100% of the commission. There's no way to make 30 or 40 commitment to 3-year plans. So it's just not as much money for affiliates to make. So this might be why. Have you ever heard of AirVPN? Have you seen it on any review websites? Have you seen it being talked about by any YouTuber? I've recommended it to someone the other day, and they were like, oh, I've never heard of it. So why do you think that is? Why would an affiliate make maybe $1.50 to recommend AirVPN for 1 month when they can make $13 to recommend ExpressVPN or NordVPN? Think about it. That's almost like 7 to 8 times more lucrative money making than recommending a product like AirVPN. Not only that, but something like TorGuard, slightly higher than AirVPN, 30% commission rate, but still nothing compared to 100%. This is also why you don't see TorGuard ranked high in any VPN review site. It's just not making the affiliate as much money, and it's not a good way for them to feel incentivized to make money. Now, in a lot of ways, guys, this could be the end of the story. Now you know why certain VPNs are ranked high everywhere, why certain VPNs are ranked and promoted in YouTube channels, because they're literally giving 100% commission rates and extremely lucrative rates for other models as well, like 40%, up to 40%. So that's not the end of the story, though. There's more. One thing that's also weird is that something like NordVPN doesn't list publicly the affiliate rates for the 3-year model, which is very sketchy in my opinion. Since this is primarily the deal that advertise the most, I'm not sure why they wouldn't do that. Maybe because they don't want the high commission rate to be known. All right, so now that you guys understand how commission rates can really influence the rankings of websites and thus compromise the integrity of reviews and all forms of content, we now need to understand that there's also a double whammy with these review websites and even YouTube channels, is that not only do commission rates affect content, but also sponsorships can work with commission rates as well. So once an affiliate starts bringing in a lot of traffic and views, a lot of times VPN companies will reach out to these affiliates and offer them even sometimes increased commission rates, special kind of what is called CPA or cost per acquisition deals. So let's say the VPN gets this VPN a customer, they can get even more money for doing that. Sometimes VPNs will request to be placed higher in rankings or to have a more positive review in order to receive this increased kind of price, increased kind of monetary incentive. So how do I know this? Well, I know this is true because this has actually happened to me several times. Usually it happens a couple times a month. Some random VPN will reach out to me and say, hey, can you put us in some kind of ad? Can you put us in some kind of ranking? If you do, we will give you an increased deal. And I'm sure that with websites that have more traffic than mine, they probably get much more lucrative deals than I do and much better offerings, probably just flat cash. But after working for this industry for 5 years, it still makes me sick to know that other VPN websites are doing this without properly disclosing it. I don't see any VPN review sites disclosing it, any YouTube channels really disclosing how this works either. So the fact that this is going on behind the scenes is pretty gross. So and if an affiliate does this, if they accept some kind of sponsorship promotion, some kind of increased deal, they're not only an affiliate, but also what I would call a sponsorship affiliate. So whether it's disclosed or not, this is always going on behind the scenes. So I think this is actually how most of the big VPN review sites operate. They make their rankings based on the VPNs that are going to pay them the most, not only in commission percentages, but also how much the VPN is just paying them overall to maintain these rankings. I know specifically some VPN review sites won't rank anything high at all unless the said VPN pays them a lot of money. So how can you find out if a VPN review is compromised in this way by being a sponsored affiliate? Well, there are a few clues. If an expensive VPN is rated high, you could guarantee it is rated this high so the affiliate can make that high commission percentage, as I discussed earlier. And if you do research, you could find most likely that the top rated VPNs on websites also spend a lot of money on marketing. So you can now see that either a VPN is rated high for commission or because it's sponsored to be placed there by the marketing budget of these VPNs that have a lot of money, or both of these options. They are getting paid as a sponsorship, a high commission percentage as well. It's a double whammy. Now, often if you compare lesser known VPNs that are not popping up as much in VPN reviews and stuff like that, but have been around for a while, you could find that VPNs actually have better security features than you might expect. VPNs that have the best security features are spending more money on the product and not so much on marketing. And you could find a lot of these VPNs that have high commission rates, a lot of these VPNs that are spending a lot of money on marketing. At the end of the day, they're not even that secure. They don't have that much customization. They don't have that much security in their settings. They're just pretty basic, the bare bones for a VPN app. Most of the times it's just a kill switch and connect. That's pretty much how ExpressVPN works, as well as NordVPN and a good couple other VPNs out there. So these VPNs that have better security and actual better products, you're not finding them popping up in reviews as much because they're not offering these insanely high commission rates and they're not wasting money on offering these insanely good sponsorship deals. So it's ironic because some of the best VPNs out there are getting rated the worst, and some of the worst VPNs out there are getting rated the best. So with my rankings, for example, you can verify that this isn't part of the problem. AirVPN has explicitly stated they don't pay for any reviews. Not only that, but AirVPN's commission rate is pretty low. It's only around 20%. So since it's my top rated number 2 VPN, you can see I'm not compromising my integrity for the high commission rate or any form of sponsorship deal. Not only that, but my top 1 VPN, which has been my top 1 VPN forever, only offers a 30% commission rate as well, and it's also another VPN that doesn't ever really pay for that much marketing or pay for any VPN reviews at all. So the only reason I rate my VPNs high is because they're actual good products. So now that you can see that necessarily being an affiliate isn't a bad thing by itself, but it's more how the affiliate chooses to do business that affects their integrity and bias and the nature of their reviews. So you might be wondering, well, why don't I just sell out like a lot of other affiliates and promote affiliates to make, and why don't I just promote VPNs to make the most amount of money? At my core, I am a privacy and consumer rights advocate. It's part of my identity. If I see a movie, I want to critique it. If I review a software, I want to critique it. I don't want to just have a paid opinion. I'm not looking to have a Ferrari like a lot of these people obviously are. If you watch even a fraction of my content, you'll see a large majority of my content is actually calling out bad actors in the VPN industry, bad consumer practices, and stuff like that. So at my heart, I am a reviewer and a critic, and if I didn't have my own opinion, then what would be the point? And if you want to be more skeptical, well, you could even say that I don't really have any financial means to compete with some of the bigger VPN review sites to do what they do. A lot of these review sites are pretty much marketing companies that are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to maintain these high SEO rankings to promote these VPNs to make a lot of money. My niche, however, is more about honest review content, other forms of kind of consumer rights advocacy, calling out bad practice and stuff like that. That's kind of my niche because that's what I care about. Is it going to make me as much money? No, but also if I was doing that, I would just be like everyone else, which is kind of sad. So guys, what are some other problems in the VPN affiliate industry? Well, now that we've established that rankings can be influenced by a higher percentage of commission rates, as well as various undisclosed sponsorship deals, we can also discuss other ways that affiliate relationships become sour. So one of the biggest things to realize, guys, is that you shouldn't trust huge corporate affiliates. Now, lots of times, the big affiliates around for VPN companies are companies like PC Mag. These companies have corporate backgrounds with a singular desire to make the most money possible. These companies are held by investors and various chairmen and boards and all these kind of things, and the one desire they have is to make money. They don't necessarily have the goal to help customers or prove a point or, prove any opinions about privacy and stuff like that. They're just making money. That's why these websites have hundreds of categories that they review and hundreds of ways to make money. Corporate companies value money above everything else. And if you're familiar with the corporate world, this shouldn't surprise you. This is why companies like PC Mag rate NordVPN the highest, because they offer the highest commission rates. Not only that, but big websites draw the attention of VPN providers, and they can easily be coerced into altering rankings to fit their chosen brand's narrative. This is why websites like PC Mag have different versions of speed tests at different times of the year with different results every time. How would that ever work? How does that make sense? Well, it doesn't. So they run these speed tests and they fit the narrative of the product they want to sell to make the most money. Tests and data aren't as important as the bottom line of profitability. Not only that, but the reviewers on these websites probably have to sign NDA and other forms of legal protection to protect the corporate editors and the corporate kind of message that they have to put in their reviews. They don't really have their own opinions. Now, of course, they might say they do, but again, they probably sign NDAs. They couldn't tell you the truth anyways if they wanted. Another thing that happens in the VPN industry, which is very bad, is that VPN companies themselves actually buy out VPN review sites. VPN companies need more press after all. It's a very competitive online industry. So a lot of times they don't even want to bother with negotiating or emailing affiliates trying to convince them to promote their brand. They don't want to offer these high sponsorship deals. So a lot of the time VPN companies just hire some random marketing company or do in-house design to make their own VPN review site. So this is probably one of the most dirty and disgusting parts of the affiliation industry. Most affiliates are owned by specific VPN companies themselves. We've seen examples of this with PureVPN, who have left obvious paper trails on the internet through stuff like LinkedIn and other forms of company records. GaddyTech, the company who owns PureVPN, also has reviewers who work for GaddyTech publicly. So basically, PureVPN owns VPN rankings, bestvpnservice.com, codyvpn.co, bestvpn.co. So there you go. Now you guys might be wondering, how can I tell if a VPN review site is actually owned by the VPN? Well, besides doing research like I've kind of presented to you already and finding out about the websites, there really isn't any way to tell, unfortunately, unless you find some kind of interesting research or do digging around. The only way you can trust a site or a channel like mine, for example, is to look critically at the content. I've seen some reviews on sites that are bogus, and it's clear the site is just promoting other VPNs for one reason or another. If a website clearly has review content that is biased, it could mean that they're owned by their top-rated VPN, but it doesn't necessarily mean that. They could just have very good sponsorship deals or value the high commission rates promised by their top VPN providers. Alright guys, so not only do VPN companies own review websites, but it also works the other way around. Usually this happens because a significant company like a marketing company or huge or editorial website gets big enough to leverage their money to actually buy a VPN. PC Mag has bought IPVanish VPN recently. They're just one example of someone doing this publicly, and honestly they do disclose it, which is cool, but at the same time I don't trust this website anymore for it. Not that I ever have, really. I don't trust them to write honest VPN reviews. BestVPN.com owns Buffered VPN, but both websites, BestVPN.com, PC Mag, and any other website, VPN review website that owns a VPN they review, don't hold any credibility in my opinion. They're no longer simply affiliates for these VPNs or reviewers at all. They are simply VPN companies. So imagine a VPN company writing a review of themselves on their own blog. Would you think that's a valid form of critique or any sort of interesting thing to read? No, it would just be like, of course they're going to say everything good, right? So both companies have lost their respective respect for me. Not that I ever really had it, but they should lose your respect as well if you understand how this works. So another blah, blah, blah is the blind influencer affiliate. YouTubers lately have been getting demonetized, losing a lot of their funding from ads and whatnot. So they've been turning to other sponsorships and ways to make money. And this is where VPN has gotten pretty huge on YouTube. You see people like PewDiePie, Boogie2988, and hundreds of other YouTubers sponsored by and affiliates for VPNs. As content gets more policed and more monetized, it makes sense to see why YouTubers are trying to do this, but I still think it's problematic. It's because every one of these YouTubers doesn't really do their proper research. They don't just pick an honest, trusted VPN like AirVPN. They get emailed by and subsequently choose VPNs that have the highest commission rates that are going to give them the most return for their links. So they're not picking VPNs. They're just picking products that they could essentially sell. For example, if PewDiePie sells a 1 month to NordVPN, he's going to get $13. Essentially, NordVPN is not getting any of that money. And if he sells a 3-year subscription, he's going to get $40 up front. And chances are it's never going to be refunded because people don't really refund a 3-year subscription before 1 month ends. And that's the cutout for the refund time. So every time PewDiePie sells NordVPN, he's making $40, 100% of the commission, or $40, around 40% of the commission, or maybe even more, depending on the commission rate for NordVPN's 3-year model, which they actually don't disclose on their affiliate website. It could be even more money. So not only is someone like PewDiePie probably sponsored by NordVPN having these good deals and special landing pages, and also reached out by NordVPN, that's probably why he decided to advertise their product, but he's also affiliate in that he's making the commission. So it's like a double whammy in the sense that he's probably sponsored, he's definitely an affiliate, and not only that, but he also doesn't have any kind of expertise or knowledge in the industry to actually be capable of making good recommendations like this. So in some ways, it's like a triple whammy. Does PewDiePie tell how much he's making from NordVPN to his viewers? No. Does he tell how much Nord paid him to promote? No. And more importantly, does PewDiePie specifically need more money? I don't think he really does. It just goes to show that people are willing to sell out and sell products that they don't know anything about to make money. And there are hundreds of other YouTubers doing the exact same thing as PewDiePie. So this is what I would call a blind influencer affiliate, because they're an influencer that becomes an affiliate that has no idea what they're talking about, which makes them blind, or they can't see what they're doing wrong. So I think this is a huge problem, actually. And it's one of the most dishonest ways to market a VPN, in my opinion. So if you see a VPN being sponsored on YouTube channels like this, it means they are relying on the blind influencer affiliate model to promote a product with a 100% biased opinion. After all, what is the best way to brainwash somebody to get them while they are a blank slate? It's much easier to find a random YouTuber and convince them to advertise your product than to convince an expert in the industry that your product is the best. All right, guys, so now we're on to the last area that I think is a problem in the VPN affiliation industry, is that VPNs almost purposely, or maybe just because it's what they think, spread misinformation. Now, one of the most common ways to do this is to make fake speed tests, spread false rumors, or even not to test out a product before review. There's probably websites that do this, I could guarantee. They just don't know anything about the product they're reviewing. Not only that, but I think some websites are beholden to their ranking system, which means if there is a VPN review site that's reviewing a certain VPN and there's bad press about this VPN or something about it that would cause people not to want to buy this VPN review site almost has a financial obligation to defend this VPN and not present the honest fact. Now, we've even seen certain VPN reviewers like Sven Taylor, who owns Restore Privacy, do this. He straight out refuses to review any VPN that is within the Five Eyes. This means he's failing his honest affiliation agreement, in my opinion, due to his personal bias and belief system. Even non-affiliates can do this as well. Now, one of the most well-respected kind of VPN experts on the web is That One Privacy Guy. Combination with Restore Privacy, Sven Taylor, and this guy there's been this overwhelming belief that you shouldn't use a VPN within the 5 or 14 eyes. The problem here is that these VPN experts aren't always right. One of the most common ways to use this kind of information is to use the 5-eye or 14-eye propaganda. If you see anyone talking about 5 or 14 eyes, saying not to use this or that VPN, go ahead and tell them the truth. Tell them it doesn't really matter. Now, if you are unfamiliar with 5 or 14 eyes, it basically is the world's kind of spy agency. Now, this part is taken a little bit from Yegor from Winscribe. He has a great post detailing his thoughts, which mirror pretty much exactly my own. So if you are unfamiliar with the 5 or 14 eyes, basically what it is an often abbreviated as the FVEY, an intelligence alliance comprising Australia, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and the United States. These countries with a similar common law, legal inheritance are parties to the multilateral UK-USA agreement, a treaty for joint cooperation in signals intelligence. So with this in mind, it has been increasingly common to blacklist VPNs within the 5 or 14 eyes, since these countries could share information together and spy on users. However, when you use critical thinking, you could find it doesn't matter. The main idea is that within the 5 Eyes countries, none of the countries within the 5 Eyes have mandatory data retention, which means that none of the VPNs technically have to store any data, especially if they don't collect any logs. There's no obligation to do so. So if they do get in trouble, if someone's using their VPN to do something sketchy and the feds come calling and they don't collect logs, the VPN has no obligation or anything at all to be able to hand anything over. So that alone means that none of this stuff matters. You shouldn't pick a VPN that way. Not only that, but the 5 Eyes countries have matured legal systems where the government has to follow the law. This isn't really the case in places like China or Russia, which are outside the 5 or 14 eyes. Not only that, but companies like PureVPN, which are based in Hong Kong, outside of the 5 or 14 eyes, have given up logs before. Similarly, companies like Private Internet Access, which are based within the 5 eyes, have refused to give up logs and have won these cases. In some ways, Private Internet Access is a shining example of how 5-eye kind of based VPNs aren't beholden to data requests. However, there are also examples like IPVanish, who are based within the 5 Eyes, who have given logs to Homeland Security in the past because they did collect logs. So it doesn't really matter where the VPN is based, but instead if you can trust the VPN. That's a little tricky to do, but if you do your research, if you know the transparency behind the company, it's a lot easier. It's not so much where the VPN is based, but rather the company behind it that you should investigate and question. Lots of times, VPN companies use shell companies to add to their marketing, resume, and sales copy that they're not based within the US. Because like you know, a lot of people think that's the most important way to pick a VPN now is based outside the 5 and 14 eyes. So why trust these kind of companies or other companies when you can trust a company with a good reputation based within the 5 eyes, especially when being based there doesn't mean that anything needs to be handed over. At the end of the day, it's more about the company and the transparency of the company that you need to investigate, not where it is based. I would rather trust a known US company that has public leadership and complies with US consumer privacy laws than put blind faith in some copy-paste entity. How can you trust a company who has anonymous owners to keep your personal privacy interests in mind when the local government or law enforcement starts asking questions? Because let's face it, every single country on earth has internet access, also happens to have a legal system and police that will enforce the law when asked. Speaking as a US citizen myself, I'm confident I have better protection of my rights to privacy by being a verifiable US-based company that is not bound by data retention laws versus some anonymous cookie-cutter corporation in Timbuktu. If you ever find a website writing about 5 Eyes and telling you to be wary, look at their top 5 VPNs, and you'll see VPNs recommended with the strangest base of locations with very sketchy allegations, only a Google search away. If I made a company, I would base it in Antarctica, in a remote location no one can access. That way the feds can't get to me. Maybe I'll call it Arctic VPN. Would you subscribe? Remember to question everything. Think twice the next time someone fly-by VPN provider named Arctic VPN claims to be above the law because they're based in Antarctica and managed by real-life penguins who operate servers from top secret ice cave. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this interesting take on the VPN affiliate industry. This is all just my opinion and a collection of thoughts from 5 years working in this industry. Anyways, guys, hope to shed some light and transparency on the industry. And I hope you really understand that what an affiliate is, what it means to be, how they can be compromised, and pretty much what the entire state looks like right now. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video. I'll see you again very soon. My name is Tom Spark. See you later.